What's up, guys? Thomas Mott here alongside Josh Davis. Welcome to the Wednesday Link Live. As Philadelphia has been making roster move after roster move to get sure that they have, a decent practice squad. We're going to talk about that. However, Josh, tonight's a little bit different for those of us who are joining because, as you see on the screen behind me, this is 2 fantasy football drafts that have 16 people each between one league, the second league, almost 32 people, I guess total 32 people, including Josh and myself, and we're drafting in 3.5 minutes. So we're going to be talking about the Eagles. While you see my draft board, Josh is also up there as well. We're trying to be not so fantasy heavy tonight. We still talk about things that happened today, but we got a bunch of you guys in this league with us. These are our fantasy football leagues with 30 of you guys. So we're going to try and have fun with this, Josh.
There you go. Shout out to everybody. This is going to be a blast, and I did see some comments as well. This one will get done before the underdog fantasy. So, as terrible as those slow drafts are, this one's going to end, yet the other one started 2 weeks ago. But this is going to be a blast. I'm excited to see what happens here. You've got 3rd pick and 12th in the other league. So that's interesting. I'm 8 and 9, which is probably a lot of similarities here, but I guess we'll see. But I'd say good luck to everybody out there, except I wouldn't mean it. So, hopefully you feel good about your draft. But yes, as best we can, we'll be recapping Eagles roster, practice squad updates, and everything else while trying to pick a fantasy squad. So for everyone in the league, you have a leg up because we're literally trying to do both and multitask. And that's certainly not one of my strengths. Thomas is a little better at that, but that's not me at all.
Yeah, if you see us both looking down instead of looking up as we're talking, it's because we're trying to monitor the draft board in a 16-team league, which is already difficult enough if you know what fantasy football is like. And then it's a 30 seconds per pick, because last year I did 60 and people took forever, so it's like, I don't want to sit here for hours, 30 seconds a pick. 2 leagues for us. Other people are obviously in one. So we're going to have fun as they get started in about 2 minutes. Josh, let's quickly talk about a couple of roster moves and roster cuts. Was there any big surprise? Let's ignore Bradberry for a second, because I'm sure we're going to talk about him. Did anything surprise you between cuts, between practice squad, and other free agent signings? Jack Stoll, for instance, the past, 48 hours?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest surprising for me was initially Dylan McMahon and him to not make the roster, because the same argument that we would make about Anaya Smith not making the roster and him being there was, okay, well, you got a rookie who's got potential that a team probably would take a flyer on him. However, it didn't actually take place of a team claiming him. So Dylan McMahon makes it back on the team. That's great. So that would be one of the surprises. I would also say in E.J. Jenkins, I felt like he was going to be claimed.
I did too.
He was not. Similarly with Oren Burks, granted he was that 6th linebacker. I don't think that you could really make a case of saying, he was going to make the roster anyway, but it didn't seem like he would be one that may have a chance to come back. So overall, I would say the vast majority of everyone that went onto the practice squad, you got to like it because you didn't really lose many people. Julian Okwara, interesting, going to Arizona there. But again, you just see the depth in areas that they had on the I guess both sides of the ball, but being able to get those guys, I'd say overall, it's a win. We still look at this roster and say there's probably moves to I don't know, to still come before the opening game. But again, you got your 53-man. Congrats to those guys there, and you really, for the most part, solidified it with a lot of the guys, Paris Campbell as well coming over. So receiver depth, whether that's going to be there, not too much to hate, honestly.
Yeah, there really isn't anything crazy to hate. Bradberry is one thing, and again, we'll talk about James Bradberry. Eli Ricks making the roster, I thought was interesting. I don't think he had the best preseason. I don't know if he was better than some of the people who were cut, but they got back basically everybody. Normally these are the times whenever you lose somebody, you cut him, you hope he makes it through waivers back to the practice squad, but somebody else grabs him, and it's like, oh, let's hope it doesn't work out that way. Like you mentioned, basically not the case. Teron Jackson, I thought, was a little bit of a bummer and a surprise. I really thought he was going to maybe make the roster, for sure come back on the practice squad. That doesn't seem to be the case. I think he was signed by, was it the Cardinals? Someone got him. I don't remember who it was, but Jackson is gone, and that's a bummer. So what are you going to do? Yeah. Quickly, though, Philly Don says, $10. Evening, guys. Good luck with your draft. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm on the clock already, right? So I got to go right now. So I'm obviously going to take Breece Hall because there are going to be no running backs left. Okay. I might need to turn the volume on that way I can hear whenever I'm actually back on the clock. I'm going to do that because I didn't realize that it already went.
Mine just blasted in my ear whenever it went off.
Oh, great. Okay, well, maybe I don't.
Mine is
I'm
on,
not going to do that.
Just be careful. So
okay, I'm actually just going to turn mine off and try and manage. Okay, all right, we're back. So again, both leagues are rolling right now. I'm going to try to get it so you people can see who was taken. Okay, there we go. So Josh is up here. We're on pick 6 on one side, pick 4 on the other. And again, we're going to try to sit down there. Teron Jackson, he had a really, really, really good I mean, preseason, I thought he was very impressive, but the same goes for, E.J. Jenkins, and yet Philadelphia, they went, we feel confident with the guys we have in this roster. We're going to roll with them and, get Jenkins back. You don't get your Jackson. It's just kind of how it works.
Yeah. I mean, again, you try to make the moves that you can. You take advantage of some guys, and I'm trying to make this pick here as well. But that's where we're at. So we'll see. Mine looks like it's.
Oh, I was
gonna say. Okay, I was gonna say I'm on the
Philly
I'm on
Dogs.
Deck.
Sorry, Philly Dogs is up.
Now
it's
now.
What are you gonna do?
We're on the clock.
A.J. Brown is sitting there. I'm shocked he's still
honestly,
in these Eagle center leagues. Eagle players go like crazy. You notice on this left one, there's no more Saquon Barkley, and the right one, there is also no more Saquon Barkley. So the Eagle players go very, very quickly. Breece Hall is still available on the right side here. It's crazy.
I think I'm gonna go A.J. I'm debating on if I go running back or not, but
might as well.
I gotta get A.J. Yeah, you could take Amon-Ra St. Brown, but it's A.J.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think you had to. I think you absolutely had to. All right. Monitoring mine overall. Again, it's very hard to draft and also talk at the exact same time. Saquon Barkley went 5th. A.J. Brown went 3rd in the one on the right.
Good gosh.
And they're both gone over here. Again, these are Eagle-centric leagues. Jalen Hurts is going to go off the board somewhere in the first round would be my guess, but that's just kind of how things work overall. Let's see. I need you to sub so I can win the Rodgers helmet. How far away are you from the Rodgers helmet, Josh?
About 3,000 subs as I'm back on the clock on the other draft. So I got to get – I think I got to go Tyreek Hill.
Is he still there? Incredible. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, obviously.
I've got to go there. I'm actually curious of who picked – okay, yeah, I mean Saquon went 5. Bijan went 1 in this other league here.
Wow. Chris McCaffrey went 4. People hate the 49ers.
Okay.
Well – problem is, I picked 3rd. Oh, here's Anthony DeBona's pick. He took Garrett Wilson with the 11th overall draft pick. That's what I would have done, too. Well done. There you go. Stay away from Cook. Yes, we're in the same draft. We are both in both of these drafts, right? So these are obviously all of our subscribers or fans who, paid the $105 entry fee, and then Josh and I are in both. So we have a chance to win, which Josh did last year. I did not. I finished way down at the very bottom. I'm about to go on my right league. I don't want to say who I want because, yes, Jonathan Taylor is still there. I'm going to take Jonathan Taylor because running backs are so hard to get late in a big one like this. Okay, I feel good. Running back on
don't call it out. Don't call it out.
I know. I literally can't. I know people
Shout
are
out
watching.
to Michael, though. Michael's comment here is that live streaming dual 16-team league drafts, legendary.
It's crazy.
And we're trying to talk about the Eagles here. Yeah. So this is fantastic. But Thomas is asking for, can you please give my daughter a shout out? She turns 2 in November.
There you go. Happy birthday to Thomas's daughter.
Happy early birthday. I don't know.
2 in November.
Shout out there.
Can she understand what we're saying? If her birthday's for number 2 in November, she's still pretty young.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I would say that it feels like 1.5-year-olds, 2-year-olds understand a lot more than maybe we'd want them to. So just speaking from personal experience, maybe so.
What do you think about Quinyon Mitchell going from oh, it's you? Oh, no, DeBona's back on the clock. Okay.
Yeah, Anthony's back on.
Keep an eye. He took Travis Etienne. Okay. Yeah, running back. I mean, I'm telling you, running backs, you feel like you got to get them now because they are not going to exist by round 3. There will be no running backs left at all. All right, you're coming up here. Pretty quickly, Quinyon Mitchell, I hope no one bought 30 jerseys because he's back to 27 today at practice, Josh. I'm sure that you saw that. No surprise there. You feel bad for Zach McPherson, but yeah, Quinyon's back to his actual jersey number, so if you wanted to buy it, you should definitely go for it now.
That's true. Now the only claim to fame you have, I guess, if you have 30 is like, okay, you were the OG, right? You got it before the number change, before anything. It's like, all right, he's going to be the guy, got him from day one. At least it's unique. But yeah, I mean, I feel bad for some people. I know that I'm drawing a blank. Eagle one who I had done a giveaway to. He won a Q jersey.
Oh no, did he really?
And then he got the. So but then some people were misinterpreting this as I'm back on the clock. So I feel like I got to for sure get a running back at this point.
Who do you want? Rashad White.
Not great options here. Wow. I mean, this got bad very quickly.
Okay, I'm on the clock on the right side. You know what? I'm going to take another running back. I'm going to take, oh gosh. Do I take Derrick Henry? I picked 24. Or do I go, because I think I'm going to go receiver. Well, I'm going to have doo-doo receivers later on. I'm gonna do okay. I'm gonna do Derrick Henry. Why not? Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Who did you take? And the other one?
Rashad White.
Rashad White. Okay. So okay. We're both going running back heavy. I like this because then when everyone else's running back stink, we can trade and get wide receivers, right? I mean, come on.
This is wild. We have one draft that's literally a full round ahead of the other one. Like we got one draft that's flying, and there's another one that's taken the full seconds every single pick.
Okay, so we're at 27. Super chat here. How do you guys feel about the overrated votes? What does that mean? The overrated votes. I don't know what that means.
I'm trying to
overrated votes. Is it about our team overall? Were we voted as the most overrated team? I don't even know.
Oh, I don't know. Actually, yeah.
Let us know what you meant by that, Cold Cash. We're not really sure. I'm not really sure.
Maybe I should know what that is, but
I know. I'm like running through Twitter in my brain to figure out exactly what happened here. Oh man. Okay. It's my turn again, real quick. Okay. Do I draft Jalen Hurts right here just for fun? Just so I have Hurts in one of my leagues?
It couldn't hurt.
It could be really dumb because quarterbacks are so. You know what? Why not? Let's take Jalen Hurts in this one, just to be that guy, because I knew one of you guys is gonna try to take him. Okay, I'm gonna be that guy and take Jalen Hurts.
All right, I got Rashad White in both leagues.
Oh, jeez. Did you really?
Okay. I had to take a running back, and I mean, I don't know. I could have gone James Cook, I guess, but
I'm about to go again here.
Andrew said that.
Oh, back into the snake draft. Who do we go? Back into the snake draft here. I need a receiver. Oh, Devontae. No, I can't take Devontae Smith. I have Devontae in my other league. I can't have double Devontae Smith. My wife has Nico Collins. We could both cheer for Nico Collins. Debo gets a lot of points, though. I don't want to be the guy to draft Debo Samuel. Yeah, this is hard.
Michael Pittman.
Hurts rated one of the most overrated quarterbacks. Is that what it was? Oh, man. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to take Debo Samuel here. Thank you. Okay. And then wait for my turn somewhere over here. Okay. All right, we're looking good. You're not going for a couple more picks.
I get a little time.
Jalen Hurts being overrated. That is not a surprise because that's just how the NFL offseason has gone. Everyone's taking shots at Philadelphia, so not a big surprise there overall. 103 NFL players voted Josh Allen, Hurts, and Tua as overrated. Josh Allen being overrated. That's interesting. Do you think Josh Allen is overrated?
I could see the line of thinking there, right? Because he has so many turnovers, and he makes good plays, and there's other times where it's like, what on earth is he doing? So, if players are like, well, yeah, he's always talked about as one of the top quarterbacks, but you see it based on the numbers, and it's kind of inflated, or he doesn't really get as much hate whenever he has all those turnovers, then I suppose I could see that. It is a little bit surprising, I guess, for number one. I don't know. I'd have to sit down and think long and hard about if I was going to make a list, who is the number one overrated player, and then just go from there. But
Josh Allen wins a lot of games, and Josh Allen has won playoff games, and he should have won more. You think back to that, duel in overtime. He should have beaten Patrick Mahomes. I know that coulda, woulda, shoulda is one thing, but Dak Prescott doesn't win playoff games. I mean, we talk about overall overrated. We win regular season games, as Josh, of course, is on the clock. I'll let him think. But also, you got to win playoff games. And obviously, one does that. At least Josh Allen has in the past. He has a lot more playoff wins than Dak Prescott, or at least in a lot less overall time. And Jalen Hurts has been to a Super Bowl. So, I mean, come on. Overrated is one thing. It's interesting to see how people view winners in the postseason. I think Lamar Jackson should be up there. You were talking about not winning in the postseason. True. I think that there's an argument for Lamar Jackson as more of a point scorer versus a big game, If he doesn't go to the Super Bowl this year and he loses yet again in the postseason, definitely talk about overrated. So is what it
definitely
is.
With the team. Oh, great! Right. Up again.
Up again. What are you thinking? Well, I'm 4 picks away, so this is going to matter. I got to remember who I have over here. Let me just take a little peek. Taylor and Derrick Henry. Oh boy, yeah, I need a receiver.
I mean, there's just nobody left.
Well, I mean, there's still some people left.
I mean, but as far as linebackers or running backs go,
running backs are done. Running backs are done. It'll be a flex wide receiver every single time.
Yep.
And then okay. So Josh is going to go. Who did you take? You took Laporta, and there goes Aaron Jones.
Laporta. Yeah. Figure might as well.
Might as well.
Get one of those.
What about Jack Stoll today? Were you surprised that one, the Giants let go of Jack Stoll, And two, the Eagles like immediately said, "Come on back. We'll gladly take you as our practice squad tight end," who probably will get elevated at one point, depending on how Calcaterra fares during the actual regular season.
Yeah, it's there had been reports, obviously, like, okay, New York not really living up to expectations, rumored that he might
Yeah.
be getting cut. So that wasn't as surprising with that part. And then, just kind of putting two and two together, the thought would naturally be like, okay, well, hey, you only have, especially once we saw in the 53 that there's only two tight ends. That was where I was like, okay, wait, we got Dallas Goedert, we got Grant Calcaterra. Who's number three?
Yeah.
You know there's going to be guys that make it on the practice squad. Just the question was, who is that going to end up being? It seemed like, I don't know, a foregone conclusion at that point as far as who that might be, because of the relationship with Stoll and the familiarity. Again, it's a different offense, so I guess you say it's a little bit different. But Tyler giving a shout out to Anthony for the steal in Malik Neighbors that he got there. So
Yeah, it's funny watching Giants and Niners fall. I just took Debo in round 3 because he was the best available receiver, and no one wants. So I have Debo in both of them. So. Yeah, people hate taking Cowboys here. They hate taking any divisional opponents and 49ers. You got to take advantage of that, right? Little secrets, fantasy.
Yep. It's tough to pull the trigger on these other positions, and it's so difficult because I didn't want to. I felt like I go early with a running back.
Yeah,
and then I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm paying too much, but at the same time, by not taking a running back early, now I'm like, all right, well, we got Rachaad White, and that's about it so far. Maybe it's just Baker dumping it off to him, 10 times a game. We got the PPR league, so that's what we got to bank on. But
DeBona just took James Conner. I like that pick. That's one of those late round backs now because we're round 4. So okay, I'm coming up in this. I gotta see what I have in this one. I forget what I have. I have Taylor Henry. Oh yeah, this is my running back heavy league. So another receiver probably, or. I don't want to give away kind of the strat, if you will, but I've never been a heavy quarterback guy. I've always waited and waited. In the league that you and I are in with my wife and all my close friends, waited for quarterback there until I took Jordan Love in like round 12 or whatever. But maybe for these two leagues, I try and go quarterback heavy and rely on them for points because you're not going to have a lot of star players. So you get Jalen in one, and then I'm not going to say who. Did you just take a quarterback? Oh, my gosh. Was that you?
No, I did not. No,
I
took tight end.
I was about to take Lamar Jackson.
The reason that I believe in the tight end philosophy here because 16 teams, the difference between a top 2 or 3 tight end versus the 16th best tight end is drastic. It's extreme. So I feel like, you got to get your tight end early. So I've got Laporta in one and Mark Andrews in the other. Don't have to worry too much about those, assuming they stay healthy. But
I was going to take Lamar Jackson, and loving Philly Hurts just took him. And then I had to take Calvin Ridley. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, all right. There you go. You got a ball.
That one. I don't like that. 31-year-old Calvin
although Ridley. The Titans are Anthony, his dark horse in the AFC.
Let's hope Anthony's right.
But he's very high on the Titans. We'll say that.
What do I need over here? Oh, geez, I need an RB2. That's basically dead, right? We have to assume that is dead. Oh, my gosh. Ooh, I should have waited for quarterback, shouldn't I have? Yuck. I hate Najee Harris. He's awful. Is Javonte Williams going to be any good this year, or am I crazy? Oh, gosh, this is so hard. I got to pick right now. Okay, I'm going to get my tight end. I'm going to take Kyle Pitts. Roll the dice on Kyle Pitts. Boom.
You got him.
Goodness gracious. There is no one left on either of these leagues.
No,
round 5, there's nobody left.
Oh, I'm going to be pressured into this.
Where are you? Okay. Is that you next? Is that you now?
I got T. Higgins. Yeah.
T. Higgins. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Oh, I should have waited and not taken Hurts because I could have gotten Anthony Richardson way later. He's still there. Bummer. Take Cooper over Ridley as well. Yeah, well, I think Amari Cooper's gone in this one, right? I'm about to go again. I need a receiver. Let's go. Yeah, the running backs are pretty trash. I need a receiver. Who am I going to take as the best receiver? Does Terry McLaurin?
It's a little difficult to keep track of these because I'm seeing in one, I'm like, oh, wait, he was already taken. And then I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh, no, he actually wasn't already taken.
going to take Terry McLaurin just because we need maybe a big Jaden Daniels here throwing at Scary Terry.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Paul says 1,250 players were cut yesterday. Only 30 players will be claimed. 10, 12 practice squad players are fronted same teams that they were released from. Not much new. Yeah, a lot of people were cut. But, yeah, like you said, there isn't a ton of crazy changes for Philadelphia in terms of their practice squad today. It's not necessarily, a bad practice squad, but there's only so many practice squad players that could actually turn into something. There are only so many Boston Scotts, so many Greg Wards, and now you see him, at this point in the league, neither of them have been signed by anybody, at least according to my Twitter feed. So it's going to be, it is what it is. The hope is you never have to touch these practice squad players, at least for their first season on their practice squad. You can slowly build them up overall. I think Dylan McMahon is probably, I don't know if it's disappointing he's on the practice squad. You knew he probably wasn't going to make the roster, but I still think a draft pick should make the roster, right? He didn't play well enough overall during the preseason to just scream, oh, well, he's got to make the roster guaranteed. But I really thought that he was going to be at least the backup center, and then they went out and got another one today. And so backup centers would be very interesting if they would move Dickerson and slide in someone like a Keegan if they were to have an injury at the center spot. I really don't know.
Yeah, that is one of those because you have it temporarily solved with the practice squad, because you got the elevations. But long-term wise, I mean, there's only so much of those that you could do, especially because you have to, or you would assume, like, every game you're going to elevate one. She's like, oh, hey, we need a backup center. Now I know that Howie's like, oh, we have guys that have done it. And Anthony and I were talking about that. And he's like, well, technically Landon Dickerson is the only other one. But do you, if Jenkins gets injured, do you say, hey, Landon, move over to the center spot, and then you start plugging and play? That just, it feels counterintuitive. It feels like you'd say, even though, yes, Landon could do it, say, no, keep him at left guard because he's your left guard. He's solidified there. And then just have someone as the backup center spot. But I don't know. Maybe it's a situation of like, all right, let's take advantage of it and use the 3 elevations and then sign someone. I mean, even like Braden Mann, for example, he did that last year before you signed him. So,
right.
I don't know. It'll be interesting because that is one of those positions where it's like they surely have some sort of plan, but it not seeing a backup center as you look at the 53-man roster, as well as not seeing a third tight end, assuming what this offense could and would be, and potential injury concerns of, some of these tight ends. That's where it's like, I don't know. They got to have some more moves, I would assume.
Yeah. No, it'd be interesting. I mean, and they haven't filled the practice squad fully, right? Didn't they? They announced 14,
right.
but they could technically still have 2 or 3 more. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott just went in both leagues in round 5. Wow. I mean, what do the quarterbacks look like right now? Is it really that bad? Wow.
Much. There's not much.
People took Dak Prescott over Jordan Love in a Philadelphia Eagle fan league. Wow. That's surprising. Jeez,
regular season, he's not terrible. I mean, you got to give it to him. But
all right, what are we thinking? Here? Oop, I don't want to do that. What are we thinking here? There are no tight ends left over here. Well, and Njoku. Oh, Dallas Goedert. Oh, so is Brock Bowers. But do you need another receiver? You probably do. You probably want to get one more good receiver. Oh, gosh. Christian Watson. Does he do anything this year? Does he turn into a big star? Is Rashee Rice, is he getting suspended or no? Is he getting suspended?
At this point, you feel like no, which is kind of crazy because I thought that he was going to, but because nothing has happened, like
I just picked him. That was probably the worst decision of my life. If they suspend him, then
okay. Well, now he's going to. Yes, I was going to say.
Oh my gosh!
Now that you took
if they don't suspend him, then that's like we're set. But if they suspend him, which I'm surprised they haven't, right? You would figure that they would have done it by now.
Yeah, that was one of those. It seemed like you would.
Yeah. Okay. Someone's saying he literally led the league in TDs in terms of Dak Prescott. I know, but we're in an Eagle fan league, right? I mean, taking anyone besides CeeDee Lamb is like a sin almost.
Yeah. Unless you believe in Dalvin Cook, you could go that route.
Cook. Someone's going to pick him up just because of how beat the running back roster is going to be here.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a quarterback in this league.
I think it's time. I think it's time to go after in this one for a QB.
Who you gonna take? Who's the best available in this one? Let's see.
I'm gonna win some brownie points here. I'm gonna take Jordan Love.
There you go.
There
you go. It's a good, not a bad quarterback to have. Not a bad quarterback to have.
We'll take that one. Week 1, I'm going to need other guys to win it for me.
Yeah, yeah. Let's hope. I have him in our other league, and I just don't. I don't want to play him week 1, but it's probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
Until I see it from our defense, I still will probably go under the assumption that, opposing quarterbacks, I want to see him get shut down, but I need him to prove it to me first.
Mm-hmm. Geez, do I take a quarterback in this other league that I don't have a quarterback in, or do I take a tight end? Oh man, I think I gotta take a quarterback. I think it's gonna be Kyler Murray. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Is Austin Eckler gonna do anything this year? Do we have any idea if Austin Eckler stinks or not? He's just in running back by committee is his problem, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of like, okay, is it him, Brian Robinson?
We need a running back over here. Oh,
that is going to be really, really interesting.
Oh, baby. Don't take him, eating dubs. Don't take Zeke. Yes, give me Zeke. Although Chase Brown is sitting right there, and Chase Brown, no, I'm taking Zeke. Jeez. That was probably a terrible decision.
You did it.
Okay, I'm about to go over here. Yeah, Eckler. Pollard is still available. Oh,
that was the pick right there.
I like Pollard. I might take him in this one. Oh man, I'm not gonna have a tight end in this one. It's fine. Is Pollard still there? Did someone just take Tony Pollard? No. Oh my gosh. Devin Singletary is going to be the lead back with the Giants, right? You got to think these things through. Although, do I need a receiver? No, because I got Rice. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm taking Devin Singletary, baby. Come on, get a feature back. Feature quotes, air quotes.
Yeah, does he replicate what Saquon
probably not
left for them?
Okay, I need another player over here. This left team. I'm cooking with this left team. This right team, though, it's got 2 good running backs. I don't know. I might be cooking on both these teams. This is hard.
All right, I need that late round steal is what I need because that's what won it for me last year.
Yeah,
Raheem Mostert in the 12th round.
Yeah, he did. Everyone hates Jordan Addison. What's wrong with Jordan? Is Jordan Addison hurt? What's his whole problem?
He was hurt,
Ankle.
But I don't think it's as serious as initially thought. So, good.
Man. Xavier Worthy though. Oh man, I'm gonna take Jordan Addison. I love it. And now I wait for 26 picks. Oh man, people don't like the Singletary pick. I know he's not a feature back. He's gonna get a lot of touches though.
He's something.
He's their feature back. That's what we'll say. There goes Eckler. Maybe I should take an Eckler. I really wanted Tony Pollard, but that's not possible. How long until you pick? I got 24 and 15. I got plenty of time. Oh,
I'm 3 picks away.
Okay. It's going to be interesting the remainder of the week. The remainder of the week is going to be pretty quiet. It's basically just a extended bye week for the Philadelphia Eagles because, tomorrow will make it 8 days until the season opener, unless they want to go ahead and shift things forward and really make game week start on Friday of this week, the way it's the full week to load up things. I'm not sure how that works with it being your very first game, and so you've had weeks and weeks to go ahead and prep for these sort of things. But things are going to get kicking and really moving here pretty quick, and the age-old question of will they be rusty is going to be very interesting. That's my one fear for Friday. I think the Philadelphia Eagles can hang with the Green Bay Packers. I think that they're probably better on paper than the Green Bay Packers. The Packers have a lot of expectations with Jordan Love just simply due to the fact that he was not great the first half of the season, and then everyone just, put him as the next great Patrick Mahomes the final 6 games of the year, and then he, rips up Dallas in the wild card round, and the rest is history. There's a lot of pressure there, but the fact that Philadelphia Eagles did not play their starters on offense with a brand new scheme, with new play caller and really a completely different offense that Jalen Hurts said at one time was 95% different, I just hope that it's not going to be any sort of scenario where they're 3 and out for like the first half and things go real slow before they start to figure things out. That's my hope. I hope we put up a lot of points and start scaring a lot of people week 1.
Yes, please build the momentum. It's a twofold part of it. It's you build the momentum and you put last year to rest. We don't think about that anymore because what's going to happen inevitably, and we've talked about this before, even if you have a game or 2 of solid offense, at some point if you struggle on offense, then people are going to say, "Oh, hang on,
Yeah.
that what's going on here." So especially if it's the first game of the season, and like I know that the majority of people would say, "Okay, it's just one game. It's just the first one. There can be some rust." But they're still going to be very quickly watch. If it happens that way, people are going to immediately jump on it and go, well, see, it's the same old problem. Like if it's the blitz, for example, oh well, there you go. Jalen can't handle
Yeah.
the blitz, or if it's the offense just stalling it, well, they can't adjust. They can't figure things out in the game. It's the same old problem. Or if it's the defense giving up things, or a combination of those, then it's going to be, well, did these coordinators actually work? So I'm with you on that, but yeah, just to actually start so we can kind of put some of the, I don't know, the hate or the speculation or the concern and anxiety of that like to rest to a certain extent. That's the main thing for me, at least on this first game. But um, the fact that it's going to be a Friday night, it's going to be interesting, a different feel, different vibe, let alone being in Brazil. I'm still curious if they're going to go with any changes to the jerseys or the color scheme or anything like that, because it seems like it's 50-50. Some people are like, no, there's not going to be any difference with the colors. But then there's like 50%, including Tanner McKee, who's like, no, that's serious to them. Like, you don't
Yeah.
wear green in that area because it's the rival state. So I'm like, it will be wild if all of a sudden they're like, Green Bay
All black
whiteout
versus all
and
white. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Eagles with a blackout. Like, all right,
Yeah.
be
We'll
a
find out.
unique look.
DeBona goes for, he's on the clock. He goes for, Justin Herbert. Interesting. Herbert is not considered a high fantasy option just due to the fact that it's Harbaugh's offense, based on my research yesterday for this. But, what do I need over here? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is not good. When do I pick again? Is it a long way away? Oh, boy. Okay, we're going to need to get a quarterback. Who are you taking? Ugh.
I had to take Purdy. Had to do it.
Over Aaron Rodgers?
I think so.
I might take Aaron Rodgers. Just because. That is so risky, though, because I am in such trouble. I'll for sure get a backup if I take Aaron Rodgers. And it'll be like Drake May at this point. Okay. See, right as I say that, never mind. I don't get Aaron Rodgers.
People are gonna take
Why'd I say that? I thought it'd be delayed enough, but
you're giving it away. They're like,
yeah.
oh, immediately take it.
I'm gonna take Kirk Cousins, unless there's someone overall. Oh man, Jordan Addison, Keon Coleman is still on the board. That's my receiver. Now see, I'm good at receiver. I'm fine. I gotta get a quarterback. I'm gonna take Kirky. Well, Kirky Cousins. Okay, that's fine. Blake Corum. That would have been a nice later round option. I would have liked to have Blake Corum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, it's getting beat here now. Do you
Not much out there.
We haven't announced this yet, but we were on Justin Pugh's podcast yesterday for a little Eagles chat. You, me, and Lord Brunson. I don't know when that drops. I kind of forgot to ask, but that's coming out here. I'm sure people who follow us on Twitter will know when that one drops. We had like 2 hours with a former Giant offensive lineman and Lord Brunson. It was fun.
That was a lot of fun. That was a very lengthy conversation, but we can get off on a bunch of different topics from last year and this year and everything else. But I would imagine because he did the Dallas one and he's trying to get all these done, I think he said right before the season, probably I would assume, because I forgot to ask too, but I would assume it's going to be like maybe this weekend, like, or here in a day or two.
I think so. Yeah.
Something, because he's going to record the Giants one. He still has to do that one in the Washington, but that was fun. Tyler, I'm sorry I had to get JK. I needed another running back. What do I do
for running back here? Goodness gracious.
Nobody left.
Oh, my gosh. Running back on the left side behind Breece Hall and Zeke Elliott. Oh, my gosh. Tyler Algier, Trey Benson, Zach Charbonnet.
You're hoping for injuries.
Yeah, literally. This is awful. Is Rico how do you say his last name? Dowdle? Third back? Okay, I got to take... These are all backups. Is Ty Chandler? Tyler Algier? You know what? Let's take Tyler Algier with the thought that if Bijan gets hurt, not that I want him to, but if he would get hurt, if he did, then we would be okay. We're getting another pick here too. Hurts is the quarterback. I'm gonna need Pitts as the tight end. Yeah. Okay. Nobody likes Jacoby Myers. Goodness gracious. Yeah, he's up here in both leagues.
Around.
Up here in both leagues. What do I need over here? Oh, yuck. I still need one of those. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I waited way too long for tight end. That is very clear on one screen. So we're gonna pay the price.
That's the
Thomas, any
danger.
words on Sean Stevens? Not really. He's kind of it kind of went as I expected. Josh, I'm about to pick here. Give me your take on Sean Stevens.
Yeah, interesting because he had some initial interest from Pittsburgh, and then
Right.
the Eagles got him from just based off of a mini camp tryout. So made some plays. I mean, showed that has a little bit of a ball hawking prowess, but at the same time, like you saw from joint practice, we actually got to see footage of that, but also reports that he got beat on a couple different occasions. So I think we just look at it. It's not even really as much of a knock to him as it is just the depth of this roster,
Yeah.
especially the secondary. Because again, it's like, okay, Eli Ricks was a for sure, or at least more so last year because you didn't really know what you had. Whereas this time it's kind of like a lot of people didn't think he'd make the roster,
Yeah.
and if he was going to make it, he's that last guy in. And Sean Stevens, he could end up turning into something. Had a lot of interceptions, but just the play level and where he's been at, it's just been different. But I don't know. Yeah, not too surprising.
There you go. Yep. I would echo that. I just took Blake Corum in one league, and Pat Fryermuth is going to be my starting tight end. So he'll get 0 targets from Russell Wilson. But what are you going to do here in round 9 of our 16-team league? It's getting a little rough.
Bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel. Well, give me. Let me look at your team here. Let's have a look here at your team on this one. I'm very curious. You are Philly special. You are Jordan Love, Rashad White, David Montgomery, A.J. Brown, Michael Pittman, Mark Andrews, Xavier Worthy. It's not bad, honestly. It's pretty good.
It's okay.
And
I had to wait on
over
the running backs.
Here, you are Purdy, White, Bijan. No, Brian Robinson.
Bryant, yeah.
Tyreek Hill, T. Higgins, Laporta. So you're strong tight end on both. Okay, interesting.
That was the draft philosophy. Take a tight end pretty early. So
take a tight end pretty early.
We'll see if it pays off. I had Travis Kelce last year. So
yeah, okay. 14 picks, 20 picks. Jeez, we have a long time.
Back up.
Dame says, I love you guys. What's up, Dane? Appreciate that. Jack says, I hate the Brazil Stoll big conference game at the link. I agree. I mean, you really think that they should have made it Sunday Night Football home or, opening week of Sunday Night Football at the link. The crowd would have gone crazy. That's where I would have put it. But the eyeballs, and that's what they wanted for this whole, first Friday game and, however many years, forever, basically NFL history. They've done it like once or twice before. But they want the eyeballs of the Eagles and the Packers, two of the most beloved franchises in the National Football League, two playoff teams. You can tell why the NFL went ahead and did that. So it is what it is. It's a bummer, but that's exactly how it's going to go, unfortunately. So I'm going to need I got to keep an eye on here. How long do we think Nick Chubb is going to be out? Because he tore that thing pretty early last year.
Yeah,
but he's on IR, so he can't really come back anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, at least going to be at least the first 4, but probably longer than that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Stuff him on the bench. He could win a fantasy league later on. You never know.
That's true. If he returns there, that's possible. It's a gruesome injury, but
it's not fun.
Crazier things have happened. Eagle One, what's up? Yeah, we were talking about you earlier, but unfortunately, Q did change his number, so you've got the
27.
You've got the OG jersey, and Fanatics does not do the jersey swap because people were asking me about that. It's if they got traded to a different. Well, if they get traded, the jersey insurance or assurance, I guess, is if they get traded to another team, you could swap it. But if they change jersey numbers on the same team, they actually don't honor that.
So, Fanatics.
I know. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Unfortunate.
Someone says take Rashid Shaheed. I think he's gone, right? Isn't he gone? Is he still here? I don't think he's still here.
He is in one of them.
Do we really think Rashid?
Actually, he's there in both. I thought he was gone in one of them, but he's there in both.
I guess. I mean, I already have what's his face. How far down did they consider Rashid Shaheed?
131.
Oh, he's a Saint. I was thinking. Never mind. Sorry. Yes, he is still there. Yeah. Depending on how you feel about the Saints this year, Derek Carr. I have not seen a quicker fall from grace. It's very Russell Wilson-esque. They're just way less high profile for whatever reason. But yeah. Are you picking anytime soon? I'm up in 4.
I'm
Oh, it's you right now.
picking, and I just got to go with
Running back.
another potential running back. We'll see.
Yeah.
Charbonnet.
I like that.
I've got him in both. I've got a couple of the same. So it's a risk because they need to work out, and if they don't, then both leagues are going to be hurt pretty badly.
I feel pretty good about both of these, actually. I feel pretty good. I might need a backup quarterback at some point. Got to think through this. The ultimate 16-person fantasy league backup is like Bo Nix. There goes Tua. What do we think about Ty Chandler, huh? What do we think about Ty Chandler?
You know,
oh yeah, they have Aaron Jones. Oh yeah, they have Aaron Jones. That's not going to work.
Say combined with the Aaron Jones aspect of it, and
yeah, it's not going to work.
Their offense, you know, what is it going to be with Sam Darnold?
I'm taking Curtis Samuel. No Rashid Shaheed there. I'm taking Curtis Samuel. 8 picks, and you're up here pretty soon. 7 picks again. How many rounds are there? Is it 18 rounds? This feels like it's flying by.
Yeah, we're moving pretty good. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4,
I see you, Romeo's chat there. I like that. I like that idea. Maybe I'll take him if he falls. I'm not going to say his name, though, in case people are monitoring, because they're definitely out there.
All right, let's see. What do I go with here?
Shaheed, right? You got to listen to Weedosaurus Rex and take Rashid Shaheed. Don't know if I like it, but you could. Who'd you take? Oh, Browns defense. Oh, boy, defense. I forgot about defense.
Defense. I think I got to jump on that there. There was a couple that went, so.
I forgot about that. I'm going to have just a terrible defense. Okay, I'm coming up on this one. Is the Cowboy defense? I guess one already has the Eagle. Oh, no, the Eagle defense is still there. Steeler defense, Raven defense. Oh boy, do I even take a defense? I kind of want Addison. Was my 3rd pick. Pitts is on there too. Oh, I don't know what to do. This is getting difficult. There goes the Raven defense. Good job. Thanks a lot, Josh. You got them all to start taking defense.
People jumped on that.
And no one's going to take the Cowboy defense. Nobody's going to take the Cowboy defense. Oh, someone just took the Cowboy defense. Never mind. Okay, good.
Oh, quickly.
The Cowboy
okay.
defense. I'm taking the Steeler defense. There we go. Did not have to take the Cowboys defense. Did not want to do that.
Got him.
Okay, come on. Give me the Browns defense. Loving Philly Hurts. Do not take them. Please. He's taking forever. He probably is trying to find him. Son of a gun.
CK, I thought you were going to take my money, saying my first 16-man, this shit's hard. It's different. It is a different aspect drafting a 16-man league than doing a 12 or 14. Usually it's always 12. I've done a couple 10. Very rarely 14, and like 16 is just ridiculous. But yeah, we did it last year.
All right, I got the Browns defense in the other one. There we go. People are going to be really mad if we win. Like, what if we both win these 2 leagues? People are going to think that we just rigged the whole thing.
Well, that's
clearly
what
they're watching us draft right now, so at least we have it on tape. There, I got Wicks, whoever for the chat. I wanted Wicks from Green Bay. Romeo, thank you. I was keeping an eye on him for this left one. We got him.
There you go. I was going to say, last year worked out. I was accused of rigging it anyway, but
yeah, you do. You did a good job. You did a good job rigging it because your team was pretty good.
Well, it did work out. Okay. Oh boy, who do we go with here?
Yeah, what do you need, really? That's the question. We are literally at backups, 4th string, 3rd string receivers, and people who can only do something for you if someone gets hurt ahead of them. So this is where someone's going to win their league because Alexander Madison will end up getting all the carries for the Raiders at 156 or whatever we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas and Josh, who are your starting linebackers? You like Maddox in the slot? Is he actually healthy? I do. No, I think it will be Quinyon in the slot. I think Maddox has basically converted completely to safety. That was basically foretold the past couple of weeks by where they were lining him up during the preseason. The interception in the Patriot game is a good indicator of that. Linebacker, did you see the Philadelphia Inquirer, Jeff McClain's article today about how he was said that there was a quote from someone on the team who said that Nakobe Dean outplayed Devin White in the in training camp. I don't know if you saw that, but it was
Yes.
there.
Yeah. I did see
Interesting.
that. It is
Very
very
interesting.
interesting. I'm curious to know who that was. Obviously, we won't know for sure, but hey, Jacoby's played well, and he got
Yeah.
more snaps, so I guess you could make the argument of like, all right, he had more opportunity to shine, but he had physicality. He played well in a lot of the preseason games. The open practice was not great, as Fangio called him out, but
Yeah.
overall, I mean, hey, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He plays like it, and I don't know, maybe plays himself into a role.
It'd just be crazy if he started um over Devin White, right? Devin White feels like the lock of the century, and yet Zach Bond, like you wouldn't play him over Zach Bond. That's what would be very interesting to me. I'd be very curious to see the thought process there if that is in fact what they decide to do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I couldn't see. I guess nothing's impossible. I couldn't see him playing over Devin White. It's probably more so, and this is just my speculation, but it's probably more so like hey, he played better than Devin White just
Yeah.
because Devin White is the standard, so to speak. So you look at the linebackers and go, oh, Devin White is number one. But it's maybe just more so like player, but like, yeah, he played good. He played better than our number one, so he should get a look. But I don't know. Interested who that is.
Jack
I wonder if it was
Jack says, what do you say? Nakobe's a heady player, man. Just availability, obviously. That and coverage are the two main things there. Oh, and then Weedastor says I need a running back who doesn't have a week 14 bye. Yeah. I didn't see that. We're gonna be picking somebody up off the waiver wire in week 14, but hopefully it doesn't matter by that point. I had a pretty good job here, except for week 12. I'll get hit with Pitts and Brees Hall. Yeah, pretty good over there. It's not bad. I always forget about that.
Yeah, the bye weeks usually hit me as well. It's like I go picking for certain players because I'm like, I can't pass up on that guy. And then all of a sudden you look and you're like, oh, great. Well, we got multiple players on bye week.
Who's going to be the rookie offensive player that balls out this year? Is it Jalen Polk? Is it Xavier Legette? Is it, I'm trying to think of some other guys here. Is
It's
there a
Xavier
rookie?
Worthy. It's worthy.
You think so?
I think it's set up perfectly for him. I mean, you put him
Did
in.
you take him?
Andy Reid's. I did actually. I took him in one of the leagues, but I think he's set up for Andy Reid's offense with Mahomes.
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown is out. He's injured for a little while, out for like 6 weeks or whatever. I think he's just going to get a lot of opportunity. So,
okay. Boy, who do I take at quarterback here as my backup? I think I'm gonna wait one more round to see if I can get the guy I see on this board that I really want. Nope, not anymore. As I say that, not possible. Although there's another one also available on the board. I could grab him. Oh, I see a sleeper that my wife told me to get, or that she drafted yesterday because he's a third stringer. But if people get hurt, what's her argument? So I might take this player just out of. Although, do I need this player? Yeah, I think I do. All right, we'll see. We'll see if my wife. And then of course my wife will rub it in if she's right. She loves doing that with fantasy.
As she should. I mean,
as she should. She did win last year. She did win last year. Yeah, she won our little personal league. Not easy to do. All right, it's Jalen Wright because apparently if one of the Dolphin backs goes down, then Jalen Wright will be next man up. So there you go, honey. I got Jalen Wright.
Congratulations.
She better be right.
You got him.
Because I just does he have a week 14 bye? No, he doesn't. There you go. That's gonna be we're gonna get no points in week 14 because A-Chain and Mostert are not gonna be hurt.
Hopefully, I'm playing you then.
Let's see. Still appreciate the fact there are 300 people watching us draft. Talk a lot less about the Eagles we normally do on a Wednesday show. This is obviously a one-time deal because these are only two fantasy drafts we're gonna be doing live because they're the only two ones we're in. From people overall for the show, but we appreciate you guys hanging out. Malik Neighbors, you think Malik Neighbors is going to ball out as a rookie with Daniel Jones throwing? I think he's going to be a very good player. I think he really good.
He'll get the targets. So yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it. There's no reason that he shouldn't. I don't know, be fairly productive because of how much he's going to get thrown to.
Yeah, you would think. Still though, the whole Daniel Jones preseason interceptions against the Texans were very scary if you were a Giants fan. I would be absolutely terrified if I was a Giants fan watching that and just being oh my gosh, this
try to escape a sack and like in your own end zone, just like throw it. That was just comical to me. I'm like, great. You pay that guy And sure, like it's not near as much, especially looking at the quarterback market. But I mean, just ridiculous. The fact that the Giants, you know, you make that gamble. I guess you feel like that's the right
Guess.
play,
I
but
guess. Yeah.
good for them.
Oh man. Okay, I'm coming up in both. We're on pick 12. These have actually kind of evened out now. We're in round 12, pick 14, round 12, pick 5. These for speeding up and down. This is pretty good.
Mhm.
We're gonna need a backup quarterback. Do you believe in Deshaun Watson at all? Do you think he's any good?
Gosh, I
Because either him
not
or Will, it's
not
either him
really.
or Will Levis for me right now.
I think Will Levis is going to be pretty good. I don't know though. I don't know if I'd go as far as
I took Watson.
okay.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, sorry. It said I thought I missed him. No, I got Watson. I was about to take Ray Davis. Whoever just said that in the comment section, I thought to take Ray Davis, but he's gone now. I need a backup quarterback over here as well, just in case something were to go really bad.
Stars asking, does anyone know if any Eagles player changed their number? Q did. Quinyon
Yes.
Mitchell is 27, and John Dotson is 87. I thought he might go with 13.
Yeah,
But
87 is not, at least for the Eagle receivers, that's not a, like, 11, 6, 87, very tight end number these days, even though it was a good wide receiver number back in the day.
I know I would be. I did just immediately think, oh, okay, 13's available. He could go with that, but
Nope.
he decided to stick with 87.
I guess so.
I suppose that works.
Okay, we have our quarterback. Wait, there are no quarterbacks left in this side at all. Am I right on that? There are 0 quarterbacks left? That's not possible.
That can't be right. Surely not.
Okay, I'm on the clock again here. Ooh, this is awful. Do you just take a kicker in Evan McPherson? Sure, I guess. I need a kicker. There's no way. I mean, over here we have how many quarterbacks left? Yeah, there's still plenty of quarterbacks. Yeah, because there's still Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
because I'm
there's
full at
backups
quarterback.
even.
I'm full. That's why I have because I got Hurts and
Oh,
Watson.
okay, yes.
I can't take
I was
another
gonna say
one.
two
That's
max.
nice of fantasy to do, where you can't just spam quarterbacks and steal all the quarterbacks. Okay.
Especially in a 16-man league.
16-team
We
league,
got
yeah.
one team that waited a little bit too long. Congratulations, you got a backup quarterback.
All right, round 14. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more rounds, and then we're wrapping things up here.
Okay.
Mitchell rocking 27, says Star Lexia. That is correct. Yep. Take Derek Carr. Sorry, not a Derek Carr fan this year. Not going to happen. Yeah, Geno, not bad. Thank you. Yeah, I think apparently the new offensive coordinator for the Seahawks is going to throw the football like crazy. So I was watching for JSN early, but I wasn't able to get him. But apparently that's what they're saying. Word on the street in terms of just letting Geno rip it and see if they can, be a little more high flying than they've been in the past.
We'll see.
Nolan Smith should get Cooper DeJean number 3. Josh Davis, how worried? Well, you're about to pick. I will cue the question as you're about to take a player here, but this is a cool question meant for you. Nolan Smith. A lot of Eagle fans, including myself, are starting to wonder. There's like the old other guys quote. People are starting to murmur. Right? Is the B word? I don't think we can go that far. I think it's ridiculous. But are you at all worried about the situation with Nolan Smith playing deep into the second quarter of a final preseason game?
I am. There we go. As I just made the selection. It's not the greatest time. I just had. I don't know who else. It's literally. I mean, who do I take as quarterback? So
I don't know. I don't know. Continue.
And the time was ticking. So, it's not the best sign, obviously, like to have him out there for that long, late into the second quarter, final preseason game. Guys that didn't even play. Guys that didn't play very much at all. So sure, like there's some concern. I would say in the short term, there is a little bit of a concern, but in the long term, no, he's not a bust. There's no reason to freak out. I've seen some people. I had comments that people being like, "Oh, there you go. I told you. Like he's a bust. He's not going to turn out anything." It's like it's so early. It is still so early. I know it's been a year, but he played 90 pass rush snaps. You didn't even get enough of a sample size there, let alone an opportunity for him to learn and grow. So, I'm this year. I will say, like, it would have been surprising whenever we drafted to say, hey, Jalix Hunt might have a little bit more of a bigger role, or it might end up playing into a bigger role than Nolan Smith. However, now saying that, it seems like it's more possible. I don't know if I would still go quite that far yet, but it wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me if you were to see that. And so, sure, that's not a great omen for Nolan Smith. That's not a great sign for him. He needs to learn a double move or a counter move, because it's basically just go around or try to beat someone around the outside. And if that doesn't work, then, good luck,
Yeah.
basically. But I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm not super concerned about that one. It's just, we got to wait and see. I think long term, like I say, he'll be fine. But yeah, you'd like to see a little bit more growth, I guess, from that side, and kind of taking another move or another step.
Yeah, I mean, long term, he's not a bust, but I think we are getting to the point where he's going to have a really good year. And the problem is the first round draft pick. If Nolan Smith was a third round draft pick, no one would care. It's just the fact you spent number 30 overall, where 4 years from now there'll be somebody early second round, late first round who turned out to be a star, and you didn't take him. You took Nolan Smith. That's where things start to get a little bit hairy. But it is definitely still early. It's just, you could really use him this year. And I know that BG had a really good training camp. I think Hunt, like you said, is going to do more than we would have thought from a rookie pass rusher. Talking about Nolan Smith. I think Bryce Huff is going to be really, really good. I don't know about Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat has kind of always been either a little high or middle of the pack. But having the ability to have Nolan Smith play well would have been, or would be very beneficial this year. I mean, 5 sacks from Nolan Smith would be crazy, but do you feel like he's going to get 5 sacks right now based on what you saw in the preseason? The answer is no, but, again, all it takes is get a little hot, starting to figure things out, starts clicking in October, and you're good to go.
Yeah. And I said this before with, like, previously, my expectations were going to be, I was like, okay, maybe he'd have to have the right types of snaps, but it's like, okay, there's a potential. His ultimate ceiling would be like 8 sacks. He could have 8 sacks, would have to have a really good year. Now it feels like, if I'm setting that ceiling or adjusting it, I'd go 5 sacks maybe for Nolan Smith, because again, it'd be like, hey, great, you got a good amount of snaps, 5 sacks, fantastic. Last year was 1. Make a step, kind of transition upward, carry that momentum, but yeah, it's definitely changed. There's not as much of the positive. I'm still positive. Like, I make sure and make that obvious, but it's just changed a little bit. And hopefully, he hears the noise. He's trying to prove people wrong. We had BG on for an interview, and he was very complimentary. He's like, hey, just watch out.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, watch it. He's going to prove people wrong. Like, he hears it. He's like, I hear it. He's like, y'all just watch. So, sure, the tape doesn't show that some of the times. There's definitely things that are a little bit alarming, but at the same time, I still want to be somewhat optimistic in his limited snaps and however many he gets. As like, what, if it's more of a Fangio scheming him to be put in the best situations, then maybe, he can maximize that athleticism. But if you want him as a pure pass rusher, he doesn't really have those moves quite yet. And so, the hope is over time he develops that. The bull rush becomes a little better as he still gets more power and explosion. But size wise, there's no issue or concern there. He's the same size as Hassan Reddick. He just needs to develop more within the pure pass rush. So I guess we'll see there, but I know BG is very complimentary on a lot of players, so you could take that with a grain of salt. But I mean, he like double and triple down on Nolan in our interview. So I'm like, come on, like
he really did.
Maybe there's something. We'll just hold out for hope for that.
Okay, we're getting down to the wire here. I am going to take Tucker Kraft as my backup tight end. That we don't have a terrible one. And over here, I am going to take I'm going to take another defense. And we're going to take the Texan defense. So we have 2 of those. Okay. I don't really remember my team from last year. It was awful. I know that. I feel way better about these teams than I did last year. I feel like I actually have some decent talent overall. I hate Zeke as RB2 over here, but Debo, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Calvin Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
especially in
the flex
team league. That's not too bad.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, well, we're almost done. This has been quick, and then we'll get to chat for a couple minutes and then wrap things up. Got A.J. Hurts stacking my fantasy league, hoping they will turn into a league-winning setup as final Ben. Well, if it's 2022 again, then it will. Guy Jalen Hurts 2022, and I was cruising that year. If Hurts goes back to being Jalen Hurts, as Josh is on the clock now, he's a fantasy absolute machine. I mean, no matter what other people say about overrated today, we saw that in the chat. He was rated number 2 overrated guy in the league behind Josh Allen. He's going to score 40 touchdowns this year, and he scored 40 touchdowns in fantasy and throw a lot less picks. Then yeah, it's going to be good. Mark Anthony says Zeke Thomas lost. Okay, yeah, I waited a little bit there, but I have Breece Hall, right, and I still have Algier and Corum as backups. Yeah, I'm kind of in trouble with the running back spot on that one, aren't I? Yeah, but Zeke, maybe red zone, right? What if Zeke gets 6 red zone touchdowns this year, huh? Remember, 16-team league. No, I kind of hate that, actually. I'm really bad at running back. Oh, my gosh. Jalen Hurts, push runs. That's what I'm banking on. He's my other running back there.
just rack him up.
Yeah. People were just roasting my hardest, fastest draft I've ever done. It's a CK Legend. It's just, making it 30 seconds is very hard, and being 16 is just doubling down. But that means the winner of this league is going to be very impressive.
It's almost not even fair, but it's you got to have it.
Imagine doing 90 seconds. We would be on like pick 7 right now. We would be pulling our hair out. Oh, man, who else do you take? Russell Wilson? Nobody on here. Is Rashad Bateman a bum now? Is there a reason that he's fallen this hard? Is it just because Zay Flowers is going to take all the touches?
I believe so. I mean, there's not a lot of love there.
No, same with Quentin Johnston. He's way down. No one took him in this one.
Nope.
Oh man! All right, we got 2 more picks in one more pick in the other. Wrap it up here. I'm sweating after this draft, says Dirty Air. Thanks for the 30 seconds. Challenging but efficient. There you go. Yeah, that was the point, to make it efficient, because we were going to sit here forever and did not want that to happen. So
it says, way to go, smooth drafts. Yep.
There you go. It actually was very smooth. There was only a couple of like auto drafts that I saw, like 1 out of the 30. That's not bad. So we will definitely take it.
We get Jesse from the comment, I'm sure in reference to Underdog. Try 8 hours per pick. I mean, that's literally when you do the slow draft, you have, they set it up with the algorithm where you have an exact amount of hours for every pick to take place and get done right before the season. Granted, you're not starting a lineup, but still, it's like you could take 8 hours on your pick if you want to. The sad part is, like, the vast majority of these went by really quick, and this most recent one is taking forever. Like, literally, people are taking 8 hours on a pick. So it'll get done eventually, but
there you go. One of these days.
I check one day and I'm like, oh, I'm 12 picks away. I'm thinking, okay, by the end of the day, maybe it'll be close. I'm checking. I'm like, oh, I'm 10 picks away still. Great.
Oh man, 4 more picks over here. You know, we were asked by Justin Pugh, the Giant offensive lineman, on his podcast. He's having, in his mind, the 3 biggest Eagle content creators on yesterday, and you'll get to see that later on this week. Win-loss total, and I think we were both 11 to 12. I think 12, right? Maybe 12 is what we both said. Yeah,
12. I could see 13, but 12
things go really well.
Yeah. I think 12 is about where I seem to fall.
Yeah. And then Justin was shocked that I said Cowboys under double digits. I think 9 wins for Dallas makes sense this year. I just don't know how Dallas first place schedule. We forget about those things because they eventually won the division and hosted the Green Bay Packers. That schedule is not easy. I mean, it's a very difficult schedule for the Dallas Cowboys this year, and Phillies is not much better. But I think that it's slightly better. Is Zay Jones suspended forever, I guess? Luke McCaffrey, Raven McLeod. What do we do here? Let's take Luke McCaffrey just for fun. Maybe he'll be good. And then over here, still 7 picks away. Okay. Just for fun.
Plenty of time.
Annoying on the Giants talking about win-loss ratio. Anyone on the Giants talking win-loss ratio is wild. Yeah, well. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Giants over under 6 wins this year, Josh. Over under 6 wins this year.
Oh, gosh.
What do you think?
6 wins, I mean, that's not a lot, but that's still for them.
You're also on the clock.
I'll say, oh, gosh. I might say over, just with the
Okay.
defense.
7?
I might give it
7?
to him.
8? Like, what do
Max
you
of
actually think?
7. I'm just saying
Okay,
we're not
max
going
7.
much more than
Okay.
that, but max of 7, yes.
Just making sure. 16 teams is tough, says Trent Sneed. Yeah, tell me about it. I'd never been in a 16-team league until we did this last year, and I was like, this is unbelievably hard. And so now we're in 2 of them this year. So we tried to just do one, and then we had 30 people all sign up. So I was like, well, we're doing 2. What are you going to do?
There's too much interest. Yeah.
Yeah, people are pumped. There's a lot of money to win. I mean, there's literally, what, $1,500 is what it is, I think. It's a lot of money.
All right, that one. Last pick is in. That one draft's almost done.
Yep. Who's gonna be my Mr. Irrelevant? Who are we gonna take? Who do we like? Let's see here. None of these people are gonna do anything. I'll take Troy Franklin in case the Denver receiver, for whatever reason, is good. I guess I don't know. Okay, that one is good to go. And then I have one more pick over here, and then we are done. Geez, that was right at an hour. We started literally at 7:30. It is 8:31. Yeah. That is about as good as it gets.
Talk about efficient.
All right, draft is complete over here. And then one more over here. Okay. Jeez, what do I do? Okay, yeah, that one's done. Thank you. I appreciate the pop-up. 11th hardest schedule. Yeah, that Cowboy schedule is not easy. 9th weakest for us versus the 11th hardest one. Oh, I got my draft report card. Let's see. I'm going to take... who am I going to take? I'm going to take... I will take Deuce Vaughn to wrap things up. What was my report card from ESPN Fantasy? A grade, baby! Let's go!
Whoa!
16-team league. Okay.
You take that.
I like that. That's for this one right over here. That's for that one. That's an A grade.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. What did you get? You should have gotten an email.
Let's see. Where did we get that?
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for hanging out. Take these off the screen, though. We can get back to...
Appreciate it.
There you go. Right at an hour. Not unusual at Wednesday.
I got a B.
Link. A B? That's pretty good for a 16-team league.
Not bad. Yeah.
We'll take that.
So you got an A. Eating Dubs got an A. CK Legends got an A. And then B's after that. And then a lot of C's.
A lot of C's?
Yep. Team name TBD. At the bottom of the C's.
There you go. Eating Dubs and CK Legends. Let's go. And you were in the top B? Okay. Not that it matters at all, but we will take it. We will take it to the bank. A grade. Yeah, there's CK. A grade for CK. He's going to be trouble this year. I have no idea, but it might. That just means you're going to finish 15th. LOL says Dirty Air. Yeah, it might be.
Usually doesn't seem to matter, but you never know. Sometimes, congratulations.
All right, so rest of the week, obviously we got recaps coming up tomorrow. We didn't do shows today as it took way too long for practice squad to get kind of sorted out. So I was kind of waiting to see when they would drop the practice squad stuff, and then I had some other work things going on for the channel, and then this later on. So no show today for either one of us, I believe. You're not doing one tonight, right? I don't think you have one on deck tonight.
Actually, I've got the one that'll drop probably tonight because I won't be available tomorrow. So
okay, there you go. So you will have one tonight. All right,
later,
but tomorrow.
Yes, there you go.
There you go. All right, well, we will be ready to rock and roll for that. I don't think that there's anything else to mention here, Josh, as we get ready to wrap up right at the top of the hour. We appreciate people who are hanging out. I doubt there'll be a lot of rewatch time on this because you're not going to want to rewatch us picking our fantasy teams, but, you know.
If you want to make fun of us, I guess. But, yeah, only other thing, obviously, most people know, but we're going to be live streaming in just over a week. I mean, the game is going to be here before we know it. So if you don't have the Peacock subscription, or if it bails on you, or for whatever reason, you feel free to come hang out because we're going to be streaming the game, or at least as far as the highlights and the play-by-play. But it'll be fun, and hopefully we get our first dub. It's going to be exciting.
All right, for Josh Davis, I'm Thomas Mott. We'll see how these fantasy leagues go. We'll keep you guys updated on that. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Go Birds. We'll see you all next videos, and obviously next Wednesday for basically a pre-game Wednesday Wink Live. It's going to be fun.
There you go. Go Birds.
See you guys.